I can tell you from personal example, I'm very familiar with families having drama. I'm grateful to admit, though, that I don't have a killer in my family. Like, again, I get that, all families, we have those moments, especially with relatives, but none of the people that I know would ever go out and murder anybody. So, on that, I guess I can be grateful. It sounds like an effective title for this new MarVista movie, which for those of you who aren't aware of the studio, I say this all the time when it comes to it, in case you're new, MarVista Entertainment, they tend to do a lot of, TV movies, especially thrillers, and we have another thriller to look at from them. Is there a killer in my family? I don't think anyone will ever want to ask that question. Although I will say the other title, because sometimes they have these alternate titles for these films, Island of Shadows. That sounds very interesting. It does play into the synopsis a little more, I think, than Is There a Killer in My Family? Usually the ones they tend to choose as MarVista films tend to be, or when you have a different choices, sometimes you have 2 or 3 with these films, they tend to go with the blunter one. But I think the Island of Shadows fits better with the synopsis. Let's read that first, and then we'll watch the trailer together, but we're going to read the synopsis from IMDb. True crime author Carly and her husband Kevin take a vacation at a historical mansion on Crawford Island. Kevin thinks it will be a chance for them to reconnect, but Carly plans to research the puzzling unsolved murder of Diana Crawford. So it's a mystery there. We've got some history coming in, like a murder mystery, but told through an author. That's a very interesting layer. I think it's a very realistic plot. I'm certainly game to watch it. Let's take a look at the trailer. I think it's inviting. Now we'll see. Is she related to the Crawfords? Is that what we're hinting at? Or, is she going to think maybe that she is? Let's see if this plays in. I can't wait to see how this mansion looks. I've seen these different types of films with architecture, especially. You're talking about historical stuff, and they look just amazing. I can't wait to see how this house looks. So, we're going to watch the trailer first, and I'll talk about it more in my condensed review segment while I was watching the video together. Here we go.
It's been 4 years since our last vacation together.
Beautiful.
What if I don't even know how to vacation anymore?
First step is putting away your laptop.
That's a hard job.
It's called freedom.
Welcome to Crawford Manor.
This place is huge.
Wow,
This is the
that's
summer
nice.
of us.
To Crawford Island. Just browsing.
Stuff Fox. Okay, I'm like, is that a real one?
Figure out who did it. What's your name?
Carly Travers.
Oh my goodness, this is you. You vacationing here?
My husband and I are staying on Crawford Island.
Crawford Island. So you know all about Diana Crawford.
That is quite the mystery.
Crawford Manor was built in 1925 by John.
The
Henry
lead
Crawford.
girl in this film, I might have seen her before and never
Video of the
missed a
house.
film. I'll take a look
The
after the
story
trailer
goes,
ends.
After a few years of living here, John Henry started seeing a shadowy figure on the island. But Diana just dismissed it as a figment of his imagination. One night,
Isn't that
he
usually
went
the
to town
case?
And she stayed home. The next morning, her body washed up on shore. The legend is that the shadowy figure killed her.
I could have sworn I just saw a
ghost story.
woman in a white dress.
You're that author that everybody's been talking about. I'm Lauren.
I'm interested in this case. Crawford murder. I would love to know more.
Are we even on vacation, or are we just here so you can research a new book?
The last thing Pleasance Bay needs is someone like you.
Dude,
dragging
we're
her
not
to
really.
blood.
She doesn't know freedom.
Diana.
You need to stop with the true crime stuff. These things consume you. Why don't you see that?
It might have been my imagination, but I could have sworn that I saw a woman here
A woman?
in a white gown. You've seen her too.
Truth is the only piece for the unsolved murdered.
Tell me something. Does this stuff make you happy or miserable?
She was alone on the island.
Sometimes the truth hurts.
That's a first with MarVista. I mean, normally when I'd see one of these trailers, I'd be like, man, you spoiled it a bit too much. I actually think they kept a lot back for that one, personally, or I just missed it. That looked really good. Now, the lead actress, I want to get this out of the way before I forget about it. I'm guessing it's Anna Hopkins. She looks like... Let me see if she actually did this movie. I don't know if she did or not. No. I was going to say she looks a lot like the lead girl from another MarVista film I saw a while ago. And I did cover it on this channel, Fatal Beauty. Fatal Beauty. Didn't pull it up. Okay. It might not be her. It might just have, or she might have the same look. I'm guessing that's Roxanne Dunlop? I don't know. I can figure that out later. But it looks like a very compelling film. Like, I didn't even think it too much of like a ghost story, but ooh, that's a nice. Again, you've got the historical mansion and the island setting, like Island of Shadows. Like, how fitting for that. I did think again it had a very interesting sort of ending. Like, where is this going? I didn't. Again, I don't think they spoiled it too much. I think they gave some hints as to where it could go. But it looks really interesting. Again, I'm always game for a good ghost story, and especially when you got like historical mansion and stuff like that. Like, I don't tend to be too into like actually reading a lot of ghost stories, but like watching these types of thriller films, these are entertaining. I like them. So, and again, with MarVista, and sometimes though I will say there are films that do ghost stories where it's like, okay, maybe again you read the review and you're like, oh, this gets really brutal. Like, sometimes it gets a little too bloody for me. But this is a TV-14 film, so there's only so much they can show on TV. Especially in America. I mean, if this were Britain, it'd be their TV-14 tends to be very different from what's in America from personal encounter from what I've seen in the past. But MarVista films tend to be at least a little cleaner for the most part. But this looks good. I think it's well shot. It looks well done. I think the acting's great. And again, the ghost story plot at a historical mansion is very interesting. What do you guys think about? Is there a killer in my family? Ooh, and again. I think maybe they're suggesting that there's a link between her and this girl, whoever she happens to be. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. Maybe she's just reading too much and like, ooh, maybe she's thinking that there's someone. I don't know. Again, this is part of the mystery. This is part of the fun, right? Exploring where it could go. But feel free to let me know what you think down below. Don't forget to like and stuff and like and from that bell. And until we get to look at our next MarVista film, because there's, again, no end to these. There really isn't. I will see you guys at that point. But until then, thanks for watching this video. I love you guys. Don't love yourselves, your fellow man. God bless. And peace.